From the soap in your bathroom to the tea in your kitchen, Hindustan Unilever is in every Indian household. But how did this massive company begin? What are its strategies, its secrets, and its struggles? In this one-hour journey, we uncover the full story of Hindustan Unilever. The birth of Hindustan Unilever. Before Hindustan Unilever became the household name we know today, its origins were rooted in a time when India was still under British colonial rule. The story begins in 1888, when Sunlight soap, a product of Lever Brothers from the United Kingdom, entered Indian markets. Sunlight soap wasn't just a product, it was part of a larger industrial revolution that introduced mass-produced goods to Indian households. Lever Brothers saw an opportunity in India's vast population and growing cities. In 1931, Lever Brothers took a decisive step. They established the Hindustan Vanaspati Manufacturing Company in India. This marked the true beginning of what would become Hindustan Unilever. The first product? Vanaspati ghee, an affordable alternative to traditional clarified butter, aimed at the Indian middle class. It was not just a business strategy, it was a calculated cultural adaptation. Meanwhile, back in Britain, in 1930, Lever Brothers had merged with Margarine Uni to form Unilever, a global consumer goods giant. This international development soon echoed in India as well. By the mid-20th century, several iconic companies were brought under the same Indian umbrella: Brooke Bond, Tea, Lipton, and Pond's. These weren't just brands, they were symbols of trust that laid the foundation of Hindustan Unilever's vast empire. In 1956, a landmark moment arrived. The company officially merged its multiple entities and became Hindustan Lever Limited. This merger symbolized the birth of a unified brand presence in India. Even as a British-owned company, HUL increasingly Indianized its operations. By the 1950s and 60s, the company started hiring more Indian executives, setting up R&D centers in Mumbai, and tailoring products for Indian needs. The seeds were planted. Hindustan Lever had entered Indian kitchens, bathrooms, and hearts. But this was only the beginning. The journey from a colonial soap to a household name had just begun. In just a few decades, what began as a colonial import turned into one of India's most trusted companies. But how did it grow from there? What made Hindustan Lever Limited a brand powerhouse in the decades to come? Growth and expansion of Hindustan Unilever. As India took its first steps as an independent nation, Hindustan Lever Limited, now a firmly rooted player, stood at the crossroads of opportunity and transformation. With a young, growing population and rising consumer demand, HUL expanded its operations beyond just soaps and Vanaspati. It was time to diversify, innovate, and grow across every Indian home. In the 1960s and 70s, HUL aggressively diversified its portfolio. It launched new brands and entered untapped segments of everyday life. From personal care to home care, from detergents to tea, HUL became a one-stop brand powerhouse. With each new product, it didn't just fill a shelf, it found a place in Indian hearts. In a pre-internet India, advertising meant print, cinema, and eventually, television. And HUL became a master storyteller. HUL didn't just sell products, it created cultural moments. It understood India's diversity and began localizing its messaging across regions and languages. The ads became iconic, the jingles unforgettable. Growth wasn't just about launching brands, it was about getting them into the hands of millions. HUL built one of the most sophisticated distribution networks in the country. By the 1980s, Hindustan Lever reached over 1 million retail outlets. Whether it was a shop in Mumbai or a kiosk in a remote village, HUL products were never out of reach. HUL's leadership realized something crucial: India needed Indian solutions. They invested in local R&D and nurtured Indian talent to design products tailor-made for the Indian lifestyle. From water-saving detergents to Ayurveda-inspired skincare, HUL wasn't importing products, it was inventing for India, in India. While many companies focused only on urban India, HUL saw the real future in the villages. In the 1980s, it began customizing packaging, pricing, and products for rural consumers. Low-cost sachets, hygiene awareness campaigns, rural marketing vans. HUL didn't just sell, it educated, engaged, and empowered. Meanwhile, HUL continued expanding its empire. Through the late 70s and 80s, it acquired Brooke Bond and Lipton, strengthening its hold on India's favorite beverage, tea. With these acquisitions, HUL dominated not just the kitchen, but the morning ritual of millions of Indians. The 1970s and 80s were dominated by India's restrictive license Raj system. But HUL navigated this maze brilliantly, focusing on efficiency, smart marketing, and long-term trust. While other MNCs struggled, HUL thrived because it thought local, acted agile, and invested early. The product empire of Hindustan Unilever. Open any Indian household cupboard, peek inside any bathroom, or glance at a grocery bill, and chances are, you'll find the imprint of Hindustan Unilever. From sunrise to bedtime, HUL's product empire silently powers the everyday life of over 700 million Indians. Let's explore this empire, divided into four powerful kingdoms: home care, beauty and personal care, foods and refreshments, and health and hygiene. Each of these segments isn't just a business category, it's a battlefield, where HUL reigns as a market leader. Home care, clean India begins at home. HUL's home care brands are the unsung heroes of cleanliness, ensuring every surface, garment, and utensil in Indian homes stays spotless. From Surf Excel to Vim, Domex to Comfort, these products do more than clean, they represent trust, efficacy, and tradition. Beauty and personal care, where brands become icons. HUL dominates India's beauty aisles. These aren't just products, they're generational icons. With brands like Lux, Dove, Pond's, Tresemme, Vaseline, Lakmé, and Glow & Lovely, HUL commands a major share of the Indian personal care market. Health and hygiene, touching every life. Health and hygiene are no longer optional. And in this space, HUL's products are more than commodities, they're life essentials. With soaps like Lifebuoy, oral care from Pepsodent and Close-Up, and safe water through Purite, HUL plays a quiet but crucial role in India's public health mission. Foods and refreshments, feeding a billion dreams. In a country where food is emotion, HUL's Foods and Refreshments division brings both taste and nutrition to the table. With legacy brands like Brooke Bond, Lipton, Horlicks, Boost, Knorr, Kissin, and Quality Walls, HUL doesn't just sell food, it creates rituals of comfort and energy. CSR and rural impact, Hindustan Unilever's mission beyond business. Hindustan Unilever isn't just a company. It's a force that touches lives, not only through products but through purpose. At the heart of this legacy lies a mission: to make sustainable living commonplace. Let's dive deep into how HUL's CSR initiatives are reshaping rural India through health, hygiene, livelihoods, and dignity. CSR at HUL is not an afterthought, it's embedded in its DNA. Through the Unilever Sustainable Living Plan, the company aims to improve health and well-being, reduce environmental impact, and enhance livelihoods. It's not about charity, it's about creating systems that empower communities for the long term. In 2001, HUL launched Project Shakti, a revolutionary idea to combine rural distribution with women's empowerment. Today, over 136,000 Shakti Ammas across India are entrepreneurs earning, learning, and leading. For many, it's their first taste of financial independence. These women not only sell but also educate their communities about hygiene, nutrition, and safe living. Good health begins with clean hands. And no one understands this better than Lifebuoy. Through campaigns like Help a Child Reach 5, HUL has reached over 70 million people, teaching hand-washing habits that prevent deadly diseases like diarrhea and pneumonia. In rural India, access to clean drinking water remains a challenge. Enter Purite, HUL's water purifier brand with a mission. Purite isn't just a product, it's a lifeline. And HUL has ensured over 25 million people now have access to safe drinking water. Behavioral change is hard. But HUL believes that even the simplest habits, like washing hands, using toilets, and drinking clean water, can change lives. Through the Swachh Aadat, Swachh Bharat initiative, HUL has engaged millions to practice and spread these essential habits. Hindustan Unilever, shaping the future with purpose and innovation. Hindustan Unilever has seen over 90 years of evolution, from colonial origins to becoming India's FMCG titan. But the real question is, what's next? At the heart of HUL's strategy lies a bold vision: to be a purpose-led, future-fit organization. That means building brands that matter, using technology smartly, and driving inclusive, sustainable growth. HUL believes that companies of the future won't just sell products, they'll stand for something. And they'll act on it. HUL has pledged to become carbon neutral across its value chain by 2039. This is not a small ambition, it involves every factory, supplier, and product line. The future is green. And HUL is redesigning everything, from how it sources materials to how it disposes waste. By 2025, all HUL plastic will be reusable, recyclable, or compostable. It's a promise to both consumers and the planet. Digital innovation is transforming HUL inside out. From how it forecasts demand to how it delivers to Kirana stores, it's a data-driven future. With platforms like HUL Shakar, frontline employees and retailers are getting digital tools to improve efficiency, track orders, and predict trends, all in real time. Future consumers demand more than price and quality, they want personalization, sustainability, and performance. HUL is investing in cutting-edge R&D, developing eco-formulas, smart packaging, and localized offerings, especially in nutrition and wellness. Think plant-based foods, oral health innovations, and tech-driven skincare. It's the future of everyday care. With rural India still holding massive untapped potential, HUL is focused on inclusive growth, serving the next 500 million consumers. The future is not just urban. It's rural, mobile, and female-led. And HUL is investing in that future through skilling, access, and empowerment. To achieve these goals, HUL is collaborating globally with governments, startups, NGOs, and academia. From climate action to gender equality, HUL is aligning with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, proving that purpose and profit can go hand in hand. The Hindustan Unilever of tomorrow is not just an FMCG giant. It's a sustainable tech company, a social impact engine, and a catalyst for change. With a clear mission, bold goals, and innovation at its heart, HUL is not just preparing for the future, it's helping shape it. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe to Busy with Business for more financial insights.